Here we are at Mike's master classes again today. I have major concepts to get into today with you, to share my ideas for handling major chords and the way I approach that. We're going to take a look at G major 7 kind of thing. 3rd fret area, somewhere in here. The 5th fret area. Dealing with G major 7 out of the 7th fret. I often play this instead, just to get a little bit more open, expansive type of sound, a little bit more of a spacious, modern sound. G major 7 here at the 10th fret. And G major 7 here at the 12th fret. Back up to the top again, an octave higher at G major 7 here. So the way I handle major chords linearly is I tend to look at playing off the chord as my general approach. So that's what I'll be dealing primarily with today. I do see the scale, I do see the scale tones, different, various places on the neck, but I tend to, even though I'm aware that they're there, I tend to look at the chord itself and just take a look at how it's responding down the neck and then respond to that chord form. And I've taken the time to look at how G major responds in this area of the neck, the 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th, and then when you can put all those micro things together, it turns into the macro picture, and you can solo over the neck. So that's how I tend to approach it. I look at a number of subsystems then within the major chords that we can use to solo. So for instance, if we just took this little fragment, so that I'm just using these 4th intervals and adding this extra tone on the top. It's just really nice to know how that responds at every point on the neck. And that's one of the things I basically deal with, is that I'll run across a little idea and I'll notice that it repeats like that. I'm thinking, okay, that's good here, but it has to translate throughout the entire neck. And so I'll sit down and just figure out how it fits into every one of these other positions. So this particular one goes with this chord. It responds here. Out of the 7th position, it's this. Out of the 10th position, notice the spacing is a little different there. At the 9th fret, then we go to the 12th. Then out of the 12th position, I have. And at this point, by the way, down here, I hit the C, the G, C, D. And usually we stay away from the 4th interval on a major 7 chord. But sometimes it depends. If you're just fleeting, it's just a fleeting moment, you're just passing through the 4th, it really doesn't carry a lot of tonal weight, and it is a scale tone. But sometimes I will opt out to play the sharp 4. But in this case, that's going to be totally fine. So anyway, this is a nice little subsystem to be able to identify. Let's take a look at another subsystem then related to this whole thing. Say we're going to deal with minor 7 intervals. So we could say this in the 1st position. So we're translating that out through the neck. So again, in the 1st position up top, this 5th position, right in there. The 7th fret. There I'm opting for this, instead of this symmetrical, I'm opting for the major 3rd to have more of that inside sound. Then I'm here at the 5th fret position. I'm going to opt for this. Again, this sharp 4 as opposed to the regular 4. So, and then down here in this position of the third fret position. So those can be really nice intervals to put in your improv. So here we're just adding this major 7th, which is a part of this this mix I'm talking about. I'm putting that one in there as well. You can stagger that down across the neck for some really nice sounds. So if we want to expand that out, we could take this out to the compound intervals. We can make the 10th. Compound intervals, of course, being larger than an octave, so relating it to this position, relating it to this position, and again, using the major 3rd there instead of the 4th. In this position, we have these corresponding. And in the 12th fret, we have this again. And then back to our octave higher position. So that's a nice thing to get into too, because sometimes you want to do some wider intervals. Knowing how they respond in each one of those positions is helpful.